Well, guys, some breaking news coming out for you this morning. Yvette Cooper to give yet another emergency speech, an update on the grooming gang scandal at the House of Commons today, as Labour MPs are continuingly to break rank. Some huge news that we are going to be discussing. I'll give you all of the details and what we know so far. But first, as always, do get involved in the live chat if you're watching this live. Or if you're watching on a replay, get involved in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And let me just make a quick apology. I don't usually go live this early in the morning, so I'm still in my gym gear. Just come back. So yeah, apologies. But the show must go on. And if there is breaking news, despite me looking like this, unshaven, all of the rest of it, I still need to deliver the news. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it, guys, and yeah, discuss this one. As stated, the breaking news, guys, is that Yvette Cooper once again is going to be addressing the House of Commons and providing yet another update the House of Commons has confirmed, as Labour MPs continue to break rank and demand a national inquiry. With Labour under increasing pressure to launch a national public inquiry into the rape gang scandal, Cooper will be addressing MPs on child sexual exploitation and abuse at 2 p.m. today. This comes just days after Labour's own Rotherham, Rochdale and Liverpool Walton MPs, Sarah Champion, Paul Waugh and Dan Carden respectively, broke ranks with the party's top brass to demand a national probe. Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham has also called for a public inquiry. So again, the House of Commons has confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, some breaking news is that, of course, she is going to be addressing the House of Commons and Parliament today and providing another update on this situation. As I said, Labour's line is that the government should move to implement the recommendations of Professor Alexis Jay's independent inquiry into child sexual abuse before launching separate probes. And Wes Streeting has, of course, came out and said this. Other Labour representatives have come out there, but opponents, of course, are warned that recommendations do not go far enough, with some raising fears of a quote-unquote cover-up in the compilation of Professor Jay's report itself. Others have pointed on how none of the IICSA's recommendations specifically cover grooming gangs. The report looked at just 6 areas, all of which have seen no major prosecution, which fit existing patterns, majority South Asian abuse committed across the country. The rape gang scandal was thrust back into the spotlight, of course, a few weeks ago, thanks to Elon Musk. And I dread to believe and dread to think where we actually would be right now if Elon Musk didn't bring this back to the table. And it's good to see that Labour MPs, of course, are breaking rank and are demanding a public inquiry into this absolutely disgusting matter. Now, of course, we did get the update last week. I think it literally was a week to the date, or maybe last week with Yvette Cooper, 2 weeks ago. Yvette Cooper did provide an emergency update when the sort of scandal was brewing, and again we got a nothing. It was nothing really. It was almost just, saying that Labour have always, they've got what they want to do. This is what it's going to be going forward. There wasn't going to be a national inquiry. However, due to these rogue Labour MPs, of course, breaking rank and then demanding a public inquiry, it is probably putting pressure on the Labour Party in general as they look to try and sweep this one under the rug. But again, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news today is that at 2 p.m. UK time, of course, Yvette Cooper will be addressing the House of Commons to provide yet another update into this grooming gang scandal. So yeah, interesting. What's going to come of it? Well, I don't know. I mean, if it was going to be the same sort of situation as we've had over the last previous weeks, then there would be no point in doing this update. So it makes me think that there may be a U-turn, whether that's going to be local inquiries or something like that. I'm not too sure. But either way, I suppose the fact that it's getting light shone back on it, Yvette Cooper's addressing the House of Commons, maybe could only be a good thing, but with this Labour Party, it'll probably be just another bag of air in terms of a speech, and there won't actually be anything that comes of it. But guys, let me know your theories down there in the live chat. Let me know what you're thinking with regard to it. What do you think this emergency sort of announcement's going to be, this emergency update's going to be? As Viv Hodges has just said, that major flapping. He believes that, of course, they are flapping about the situation, and rightfully so. They probably are, because I mean, there is a lot of Labour MPs, and it continues to day by day. 3 currently sitting MPs that have demanded an inquiry, and then of course a Labour mayor. So 4 of them, despite there being a sort of clear wash when it came to them not wanting to vote for this bill to go forward. And again, that was a sort of separate matter with the Tories putting that forward. And I did think that was a dark day in Britain when all of the Labour MPs were whipped into making a decision. But the fact that some, and not all of them, but the fact that some have now publicly came out and broken rank with Keir Starmer and the Labour Party to demand an inquiry probably suggests that there is a lot more within the party that want to see some action taking place. Because again, they're just the MPs that we know about that have came out and actually said publicly that they want to see an inquiry actually happen. So those already being 3 or 4 of them already coming out and saying that would probably suggest to me that there's some others that have not yet came out publicly, but have also said in-house that they would also support such decisions. So that's probably why Yvette Cooper is now going to be addressing the House of Commons. But we'll find out. We'll keep you updated on the thing, and maybe do a sort of live stream and see what it's all about. But again, that is the breaking news update on the Yvette Cooper. What's someone said? Kaz says, can you read out my previous comment? Silver Fox Hot Take has released a very important video today. Please watch. Okay, I'll give it a watch, of course. Google Labour 25, I've seen that. Yeah, it's freaking weird. Yes, everyone needs to watch and share. It makes all sense now. But yeah, I mean, listen, that's what's going to be happening today. We got to wait and find out what's going to be said. So we've got around 3 hours at the time of recording this current live stream. But hopefully there's going to be a huge U-turn in place. We will find out if it will be. Any more comments, guys? What else are you thinking? There's also some other breaking news within the Labour Party. I think I'm going to go live for it separately. But you remember Mike Amesbury, the Labour MP, of course, that did hit a member of his constituent. He's essentially pleaded guilty after punching a man in an early morning street row. So again, I might go live in a moment and discuss that separately. But yeah, guys, that kind of brings us to the end of today's live stream. Do let me know your thoughts on the breaking news that as Yvette Cooper is about to give another emergency announcement on the grooming gang scandal. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all later. Take care. Peace.